Amy. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today I'm going to do a sample for you of a design that I'm going to be, in my next video, painting on this awesome candle holder. So I'm going to be painting on that in my next video, so you need to stay tuned to that. Right now though, I'm going to show you a design that, I mean, obviously it's going to look different once it's on the glass, but it's the design that I'm planning to do for around the candle holder, if that makes sense. I'm going to start off by using this brush, which is a round brush, a number 16 round Princeton Heritage. We're going to go ahead and get this started. Alright, so basically I'm going to take my brush and just pull it down. I didn't tell you the paints, I'm sorry. I am using Autumn Leaves, that's what this paint is, Engine Red. The paint I'm getting ready to add is combining the Autumn Leaf and the Engine Red together. For the center I'll be using Yellow Ochre and Burnt Umber. For the leaves I combined Burnt Umber and Cut Grass. These are all folk art products, either they're full multi-surface or they're enamel, and then wicker white. Alright, so let's continue on. Sorry about that. Alright, so then I'm going to come back and just add a layer. I probably should have painted the whole thing first. Add a layer of that combination of the wicker, or not the wicker, but the Autumn Leaves and the Engine Red. This is just to give it a little bit of depth. It's just a very easy design. As many of you know, that's what the purpose of my channel is to be very easy. Alright, and then I'm also going to go over it with a little bit of the white. And you can kind of blend it in a little bit too if you wish to do so. Let's give it a couple little swipes and then be done. And you can work it a little bit if you want. Alright, I'm going to go on to my next one. And again, it's just putting the petals down, putting the brush bristles down, and there will be some overlapping. That's why I'm going ahead and making sure that I'm doing all the colors at the same time, so that I'm catching each petal that needs to be painted on fully before I move on to the next. Because you could go ahead and paint each single color and then come back and add, but I'm finding that I really like to go ahead and get this done and do it all at the same time. Each flower petal, each layer, as I'm painting each flower. Alright, and I'm not cleaning my brush off in between either. I'm just doing it. Alright, so let's go here. I'm going to add another one here. Again, we are definitely overlapping, because that is part of nature. We do overlap in nature. We do not have unless you just have one flower, you're going to have flowers overlapping each other. When you have a spray of flowers or whatnot, they're not going to be individual. And I am adding the white and trying to keep it to where it's not, well, that's a little bit more obvious, but blending in a little bit more. And you don't even really have to hit each petal, to be honest with you. You can do different petals, or maybe do a couple and leave a couple where they're not painted, Or not painted with all the colors, that's what I meant. If you didn't paint them, you wouldn't be able to see them, would you? Again, we're overlapping. And then I'm going to come over here, just add a little bit of white to it. I have one more because I like to do my odds. So I like one more. And you can spread them out. I'm just doing this as a cluster pretty much. So here we go. So here we go, here we go. All right. Pretty easy, right? Okay, so, all right, so the next thing that I'm going to do is take one of the smaller brushes, and this one is going to be a number 4 round Princeton brush, and I'm going to do this very dark, it's almost like a dark, I'll get more of a pointed tip, a dark olive, and then I'm just going to lightly do kind of a little spray here, just very delicate. And I'm pulling in some orange, of course, because my orange is wet still. Again, once again, I'm still overlapping. And this is the color that I did the burnt umber with, the cut grass. And I come over here and do the same thing. I just gotta try to keep a nice tip on my brush, my round brush, just so that it's nice and clean. And I'm going to go a little bit like that. Just kind of overlap that. And I'm just doing like a little random. They're good. And I just kind of roll my brush a little bit to give it a tip so that it still has that nice tip at the top. And then I'm going to go ahead and do it like that again. I do have some orange in it, just pulling it from that flower petal, which is fine. Like I said, if it bothers you to do that, then make sure you clean it off and start again if that's something that bothers you. It doesn't bother me, so I'm going to stick with it. Alright, so then the next thing I'm going to do, I want to add some leaves in here. So I'm going to take my round brush still, kind of go like that, kind of do some out to the side here, maybe some down to the side, on that side, and let's do it with that first and see how we're doing it. Alright, so on this, I just want them to be little leaves. You can do like a double like that if you want. You can lay it down and just swing it around like that. Hopefully you're getting that in here. Now, if for some reason you want it to be, you could actually throw another color in here if you wanted to. You're still not double loading your brush. You're just, giving it some more interest, working it a little bit more if you want. Or you can just leave it as I just did the first round. Doesn't matter. And if you want to throw another one in here, you can do so. Put a little white into it if you want. And this is where I say, like, you can, you know, I don't want to say double load it, but you can just add some little things like that to it. It's fine. All good. Right? Alright, so let's go with this. We're going to come over to this side and do it. And once again, you can go back through and just start by laying them down, and then come back and work them if you want. Again, you can just do, you know, just, there's such a variety of leaf types. So I did my recent video on some of the different leaves you can paint. It's just amazing how many styles there are. How many shapes, how many styles. And then if you just want to leave something like that, how pretty is that? Pretty easy, huh? So you just make it as complicated or as easy as you want. And these again are just kind of like filler leaves for your pretty little flowers. And they don't have to be real flowers. That's the thing that you have to keep in mind, is they can just be just shapes and such that you come up with. They don't have to really be showing you real, or you painting a real flower. And then you can come down again and just add your little, just touch and go. They don't have to be connected to anything. Just touch and go as you go. Alright, so then the center, I'm going to take another brush, which is a number 4, 8. It's another number 8. Same brush. I'm going to dip into the yellow ochre, and then I'm just not going to do anything fancy with the centers, just tapping in the colors. And they don't even all have to be going the same direction, because once again, what happens when we have a bouquet of flowers, they can be going in different directions in your bouquet. They don't have to be going in the same direction. So you can do it like this, just do kind of a little circle or oval depending on what your center is looking like. Then just kind of tapping in with your brush, the tip of your brush. Just want to make sure I'm staying on screen here. And then going around, kind of tapping it in. And there are fancier centers that you can do. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to just keep it, I want to say more of a looser type painting. Now at any point when you're doing these, if you feel like you want to give it an opportunity to dry and then start working it, you certainly can. But you don't have to. And like for me, when I'm doing them, I just kind of like to keep going and just get it done. But obviously, if you're doing it and you want it to be, you want to make a certain design with it or whatnot, you might be best off to allow it some drying time. And then even if you want to get any fancier with it, you could do that one. You could actually do more of a pouncing with a scruffy brush. If you wanted that look, you could do that. This is a nice look too. Very easy. And then you can always come in with I like to add dots a lot of times. I'm just doing some light tapping. And you can make it go, you know, to where you have more brown at the bottom or the top or whatnot. It doesn't matter. And they can be different sizes. That doesn't really matter either. Alright, then you can take a brush if you want. I have my cute little, these little bent brushes that are actually for nail painting. It's a bent round. It's by Donna Dewberry. And then you can actually, you know, take your brush and just do little dots. Now if you want to do dots all around it, you can do that. These are pretty neat little brushes. I kind of like the round, the bent. The dots don't have to be the same size. You can just be I just keep loading it though to make sure it has plenty of, I know people that actually do all their dotting with a brush. And they can be different sizes. Like I said, the pressure is what determines a lot of it. How much pressure you're putting down on the bristles of the brush. But how pretty is this? I just like to do a variety of different types of painting styles. What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite? If you do, put it down in the comments below. Also, I want to mention too, if you are new to my channel, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. You hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever something new is posted. Share this with your friends and family. I'd appreciate that as well. And give me a big thumbs up. Alright, I'm going to stop for now. Again, stay tuned for this design to be put onto the glass. I would appreciate it. And until the next video, you have a good one.